Have you ever recorded a video and forgot to hit the record button? That's just what happened to me. Hello everybody, welcome back to another Big Shark Gaming video. My name is Joe, and today I'm going to be covering my reasons why I think Puzzles and Dragons and Gung Ho is stupid. I'm doing this without a script, so I'm doing it again from the beginning. Again, I want to say thank you to HALOCENE for allowing us to use their music in our videos. So, if you hear music in the background, it's going to be by a band called HALOCENE. This is actually a cover of My Chemical Romance, Helena. You can check them out at youtube.com/HALOCENE. I'll leave their link in the description down below. They do a lot of their own music. They also do a lot of like rock renditions of pop songs, which I'm huge on. So, again, thank you guys for allowing us to use your music in our videos. So today's topic is Puzzles and Dragons and Gung Ho is stupid. And I know what you guys are going to say. Joe, you recently just uploaded a video saying how much you love Puzzles and Dragons. And yes, I do. That doesn't take away from the fact that I love them. I just think that sometimes they do things that are really curious. Such as create monsters that you're never ever going to use in a few years. Now, if you take Kagutsuchi, for example, he has 3 evolutions, right? You have the Red Dragon God, you have the Fire Serpent God, and you have Awoken Hino Kagutsuchi, which goes into Reincarnated Hino Kagutsuchi. Now, for an old player, I remember why these were created. One was intended to be more of a sub, one was intended to be more of a leader, and then Awoken Hino Kagutsuchi came out, and everything kind of fell to the wayside. There was no reason to use these other guys. Look at these guys. They're not even fully awoken. Their leader skill is trash. Their active skill is trash. They're completely unusable. This is a problem. You have over 6,000 monsters in this game, and there's so many monsters which you cannot use. There's so many monsters that are just useless and absolutely unviable. And, you know, that'll happen with a power creep and a power leap. But you take a monster like someone like Odin Dragon, who has really had defined lines since he came out. 2 evolutions, one's a sub, one's a leader. The sub is one of the best subs in the game. The leader is let's be honest. But as more and more powerful monsters come out, again, I am looking at you. Apparently he doesn't come up when you search Yami, so apparently I'm looking at you, Yugi, because more and more powerful leaders are going to be coming out as time goes forward, and the power creep is going to continue, and these monsters are going to continue to fall to the wayside. But if you look at so many monsters, like Orochi, or just like Venus, they have so many monsters. Venus is actually a great example. Orochi is a great one too, because they actually have a super reincarnated form, which furthers the sense of you're not ever going to go back and use these 2 awakenings. Venus is a perfect example because, like, her 2 evolutions showcase the ones between light and darkness. And a lot of monsters seem to have this. So my idea to fix this would be create a new separate line of evolutions for these guys that make them completely in-game viable, along the same lines of their most current leader. So, for example, this light version, and a lot of monsters have this as well. If you look at, like, again, go back to Kagutsuchi, who I just use as my base example almost always. Kagutsuchi, you have a fire and you have a dark and you have a light form. Again, so I was thinking with the light forms or like one of the sub evolutions, you could go something along the lines of something being called ascendant evolutions, where if you do have a monster that you would tend to be a good sub, you don't have to give them an OP leader skill. But you could give them an extremely viable set of awakening skills. You could give them an extremely viable set of active skills. Make them extremely useful, even if it's something that's a niche. For example, like Kagutsuchi, where it says vastly reduces enemy's defense for 2 turns. It inflicts 50 times attack on one enemy. 1, you can make that true damage. 2, you could also make it so it reduces, it does a complete guard break. And you could use more viable awakenings. Like, there's no reason for this monster, who is originally intended to be a sub, to have the 2 2-pronged attacks in a row. One that's already dead because 2-pronged is so far gone. And that kills me as well, because I used to run 2-pronged like crazy. But say, for example, you give it an ascended form, and then you give, like, the dark form a descended form. So the ascended form is, like, ascended from a disciple, and a descended form is descended and he's gone to the dark side, and he's part of, like, the Dark Legions. So then you can give him a little bit more of, like, the power-based awakenings. below 50 HP. You could give him 2-pronged attacks, or you could give him 7C or DVP. Make him useful in essence, or give him killers, like something that's not so meant for like team building, but meant for more like destruction. And you can do that with a lot of these monsters. And I feel like that would make these monsters a lot more viable. I think that would be really cool to add into the game to make these monsters a little bit more useful. I know, like, you look at the most notable dead monsters, it's really funny because, like, it's actually the starters. Look how many evolutions these guys have. And they're all, like, completely dated and useless, to be honest. Even, like, Ice Dragon King Plesios, better. But I think the one that did the best out of this was Flower Dragon Gaia. What's his real name? If that's his real name, I'm gonna be really happy. Flower Dragon. Yeah, there he is. Oh, Brachus. Brachus, that's his name. Yeah, definitely got, like, the most use out of Brachus, just because, like, Gaia Spirit is... Gaia Breath is actually really good. Especially on, like, the Mega Awoken Gronia team. But yeah, like, you have a lot of these, like, monsters who are just, like, outdated, completely unused and unuseful, and that sucks to me. Like, there's so many, like, great design monsters, and these people take so much time to design these, and artists take so much time to design these monsters, just for them to, like, die. That's sad to me. I don't think that's fair. And that's why I think it's stupid, because you're wasting so much time, resources, and money to make monsters who are going to be dead to the wayside. There's so many monsters in this game as well who are just, like, in the game who are not obtainable. You look at, like, all the monsters like Fafnir and Tiamat, Ifrit, they're gone. Like, you can't even obtain them anymore, and that's sad to me. Like, bring them back, make them viable, and let's continue to move on in the right direction. I think Puzzle Dragons should focus on, like, rebalancing a lot of their monsters before moving forward with the next set of monsters. And don't get me wrong, like, Gung Ho does an incredible job balancing their monsters, and not making them go from, like, useless to OP. And I'm not asking for that. I'm asking for just, like, balance. You look at, like, Ney, for example. Valentine's Day Ney just got a small buff in the latest update. You get an extra second in a leader skill. Now it's up to +3 from +2, and a 4.5 is up. It seems like a little bit, but it actually creates, like, a lot more balance for her, which is sweet. So I know they could do it, and it's just, like, rough thoughts. Let me know in the comment section down below what monsters you feel have been really neglected and what monsters you would like to see brought back into the limelight. Do you agree with me that monsters should be brought back to the limelight, or do you think that they should be left dead and buried? I want to know your opinions in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe. Sorry, this seems a little bit rushed. Like I said, I just recorded this video. It was like a 15-20 minute video, and I forgot to record, so I'm trying to rush through it again to not spend 40 minutes of my day recording the same video. But thank you guys for watching. Get the bell on if you really love the Puzzle Dragons stuff, so I can, you know, feel inspired to make more. And again, special thanks to HALOCENE for allowing us to use their music in our streams. Definitely check them out. Again, their link is going to be in the description down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.